Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny. Make sure to please like, my subscribe, my channel, and go look at the notification. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny. Make sure to please like, my subscribe, my channel, and go look at the notification.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Brittany Mitchell.
Playing with the Gary, the Chris Paul, Michael, Aaron. Fall to 92. My first the Trailblazers gonna face the Trailblazers, who's already 1-0. So this is our first season. Damian Lillard at that time, Cedar McCollum, Evan Chandler, Mason Plumlee, Festa Zilli.
Welcome, maybe the best day of the NBA, Thursday. And Greg, looking at the standings early on in this season, what would you tell teams that have gotten off to a rough start?
That it's a marathon and not a sprint. There's no reason to panic and look to make big changes yet. Plenty of time to come together and right
threes.
Now here's Azili, Lillard, some solid D from Paul.
Clever play by Paul. He makes sure to get some contact and draw the foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And at the charity stripe a season ago, he didn't miss many, 90% on the year.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here's Lillard.
That's off.
Rebound by the Clippers. And it's Paul penetrating. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, a tough, pretty smart point guard. Paul isn't at all intimidated by a little contact.
Threes.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Connaughton's checked in. And it's the Clippers' ball. 4-point game. Pass to Jordan. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt. For the Trailblazers, it's been a slow start here. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Early on, in the game, their offense right now still trying to find its way.
The three from McCollum gets it to go from beyond the arc.
McCollum has a nice feel for catch-and-shoot jumpers. That's a shot they want to create for him as much as possible.
Crawford's shot is good.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
For Portland, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Outside Turner. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Plumlee with a screen on Paul. Pocket 6. Down low. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Yeah, grab that board. It's
threw it down with force. Terrific flush.
Paul for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Paul's got 7 points.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect.
4
from the floor.
McCollum finds Turner. Back to McCollum. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Paul passes to Jordan. Back to Paul. Pass to Spates. And a great assist by
13
Paul.
fouls.
That
Let's
one
go.
goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. Trailblazers trail by 8. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And they just can't seem to get going
Not come up.
offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Now here's Turner. He's coming off a 16-point game against Utah. Six on the shot clock. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Pierce the pass to Paul. Back to Pierce. Fires from way outside.
Let it go.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. And checking
You gotta hit that, Pierce. Hold on.
For C.J. McCollum. Last year, getting it
Who got
done.
Paul?
He
Who
was
got
around 21
Who
points
got both
per
Pauls
game
from the same
last
team
year.
for Paul Pierce
4
retired?
assists and 3 rebounds.
Paul to Paul.
He's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
Pass to Connaughton. Here is Elliott. Connaughton passes to McCollum.
Over there.
DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter.
Why would it Pierce?
Pierce's
Let's
shot
go.
is good.
15 fouls. How about
You
10?
can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well,
For three.
everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Here's Cooper after Paul Pierce's score over Crawford.
That's all.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Bucket number 3.
Let's go.
He's a
13
perfect
fouls.
3 for 3 to start.
Let's go.
3 consecutive field goals have come right at
The
the
threes.
rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Pollard passes to Cooper. Inside. The rejection by Paul.
It's
D,
not the
Paul.
focus of his defensive game, but that time, Paul with the denial.
Let's
Boy,
go.
this is,
19 fouls.
bad. Tough to
Let's
watch.
go.
I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out
That's all.
effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Pulls
Let's
up.
go. That's the pleasure.
Buzzer beater.
One eye on the
let's go.
rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his
Going in
cool
first quarter.
and
Let's just go for it. So we'll have that somewhere.
Big-time
Let's
effort
go.
for Chris Paul, providing a lot of. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
What we saw in that first quarter,
what about
they
him?
won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there
Let's
in
go.
that opening
135.
quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially
For
inside.
3.
Lillard outside. Drills the three-pointer.
Right there.
Lillard's got himself on
But
the board with 3 there.
138.
How about Lillard? He hits the defense with a sweet move and then makes sure to finish the play.
Paul kicks to Spates. Outside, Pierce. Paul outside. Puts up a 3. Oh, yes,
Let's
he
go.
did.
168. Let's go.
5 down for him so far.
Really aggressive play that time by Paul at the arc.
3.
Letting the other team know he's also got that kind of range.
Connaughton passes to Pollard.
The
Just
D.
over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Great D that time from Jordan. Crawford looking over the floor. Jordan a screen on Cooper. Crawford outside, and another three for the Clippers.
Let's go.
Greg, excluding the top draft picks, are there any dark horse rookies you could see exceeding expectations?
You know, DeJounte Murray could be something in this league. He's a long, aggressive, athletic guard.
I'll get Chris Paul in fourth ring. Stephen Curry at the Clipper.
At the very least, I think he'll be a solid.
Got that Chris Paul gave ring, was pretty retired.
He's checked in for Portland. Turner comes in for Pat Connaughton. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Turner passes to Cooper. Lillard against Paul. Azili kicks to Lillard.
That's all.
The three-pointer, no good.
D.
Los Angeles leading by 21. Here's Paul. Good on the bucket.
Let's go. 41-8.
16
Let's go.
points for Chris Paul.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Hey, certain guys just exude that it factor. Damian Lillard is a great player and a terrific leader.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. 4 free throws good from Lillard.
14.
So it's the Clippers now. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town
Let's
for
go.
the next game.
Let's reach
Start
Let's go.
a 3-game homestand with that game.
And this offense is in a perfect
threes.
and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Portland, no good that time either.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point
Go to Porter. Paul.
Sends Chris Paul to the free throw line. It's on Damian Lillard. A different look now for Portland. Mason Plumlee's checked in.
And it's
C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard.
And Paul is truly
my God, bring his free throw of this game. The threes.
Takes care of the ball and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
Here's McCollum following the basket by
still.
DeAndre Jordan. Oh, and there's the alley-oop and the
Let's go.
slam dunk by
Let's
Spence.
go.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
A three from McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
I hit that.
The Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Pass to Plumlee. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Clock at 4.
That's off.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Got it, Hunter.
McCollum's got his second bucket of the night.
There's
okay.
no doubt
Let's
about
go.
McCollum's touch from long range. He is a sharpshooter.
Paul with the 3.
Right back.
On the triple.
14-13.
He's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Now a timeout.
Okay, I had a hand up in the finish place. I had a hand in the finish place. And he still missed a shot.
Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane.
No, you don't. Not put down Jordan.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Spates against Plumlee.
The three.
Fires the 3.
That's all.
Portland no good that time either. LA has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Jordan and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 6 assists here tonight.
The threes.
McCollum with the ball. His last outing we saw him pour in 22. Crawford against Turner. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers.
That's an easy.
Here's Plumlee. The Clippers grab the miss.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Good.
14-13.
Points for Chris Paul.
Let's go.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
McCollum against Paul.
Over that screen.
McCollum outside. Over Paul. And the basket by McCollum.
McCollum's got to upgrade his defense.
Right there.
One of the things you've got to admire and
No,
respect
they're getting
about
over.
him is his
Going in second quarter.
aggressiveness, but the offensive
No, they
end
get over
always
like upgrade.
attack.
Chris Paul.
And so it's Los Angeles, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
Taking a look at the Clippers. They don't get their home opener until next game. But tonight, they start this new season on the road. Kind of like Kenny storming into the kitchen and trying to take all my barbecue chicken.
That's because you're in my building, and I'm eating all the barbecue chicken, big fella.
Changing focus now to the tough first half for the Trailblazers.
I think it's funny watching these guys play defense. This is a circus, and they're getting clowned.
Giving up too many easy looks for sure, but who knows? Maybe after intermission, they'll bring out the Tigers.
Rawr.
We'll get third quarter. Let's go.
And that concludes.
20 seconds. He only got 8 points. I got 23. Chris Paul got 23.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Wow, that makes
him
a
a
perfect
48-15.
10 for 10.
Let's go.
Double-digit perfection.
And of the last 6
Come
baskets,
on, the Clippers out on the home court right now.
on the interior. This is just
Three.
smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
It's McCollum on the wing. Back to Lillard. Crawford against McCollum.
Over there.
Lillard, right side, over
That's
Paul.
off. Nope.
And it's Lillard missing.
D.
LA's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Here's Crawford again.
Let's go.
Los Angeles.
50-15. Let's go.
Nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need
For three.
a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
And
That's
the
on me.
basket by Lillard.
Once
50-17.
Lillard takes that first step, he's all in. He won't stop until he finds the shot he wants.
And it's Paul penetrating. Sweet little
Perfect.
floater.
50-17.
Paul's got
Let's
4
go.
points now in the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an
For
area
three.
they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Here's Azili following the basket by Chris Paul.
That's off.
Column, no good.
D.
All up top, covered by Lillard. There's Crawford with the 3.
Let's go.
Another one falls for the Clippers.
24-20. That's a
Still
2.
perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
He said
And
for
so
30. That's a
it's
2.
McCollum with it. He brings it up
three.
for Portland. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That'll be just 1 game played away
That's all.
from home for them.
Far from an
D.
ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Here's Crawford again.
Let's
the
go.
Clippers.
56-13.
Whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they
For
came
three.
out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 7 and stolen by Spates.
Still.
And now, running up the court, Pierce pushing it up. And
What if Paul
gets it to go in.
28-17.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
For 3.
Lillard against Paul. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Azealia screen. 6 to shoot to end the run. And the basket by McCollum.
50 World.
McCollum's got 10 points.
With 8-19.
Just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Outside, Pierce. Back to Paul. Takes the 3. And again for 3.
He's almost third now on the list of all-time three-pointers.
It's an amazing milestone he's approaching. Crawford against McCollum. To the middle. Here's Plumlee. Shoots over Spates.
Good D, Spates.
Called in by Los Angeles. Spates has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Inside. Here's Jordan. And he slams it down right on top of Festus Ezeli.
DeAndre Jordan really put something extra on that one, folks. That was a jam.
Now a timeout called by Portland. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Pollard, he's checked in for Ezeli. Elliott comes in for Mason Plumlee. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Evan Turner. And it's Cooper in for Lillard. Here is Elliott. Cooper the pass to McCollum. Shakes him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Good foul. That's
Chris
easy.
Paul picks up that one.
And I love how active McCollum is. Superb at drawing contact on the way up.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Both shots good from the stripe.
The 13-1.
And 1:01 left in the third. Paul against McCollum. Paul surveying the floor. Over McCollum. Again, the clip.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
For 3.
Pass to Elliott. Right wing. Portland moving the ball around. McCollum against Paul, and stolen by Jordan. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Now here's Paul.
Let's go.
And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Crawford. Crawford's got 3 assists now in this one. Paul against McCollum. Out to the wing. There's the triple. And the last second
Third quarter. Let's go.
Through the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Clippers on top, delivering the blowout. From the Rose Garden in Portland, Oregon. We're back in a moment. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand.
Let's go.
Now here's Lillard. Here's Cooper. Pass to Pollard. Now here's Lillard, defended by Paul. They set the screen.
That's all.
Elliott misses. Los Angeles has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Down low. Good for the 5th time. 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Pass to Pollard. Kicks it out to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Crawford with the rebound. Crawford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pierce finds Paul. It's deflected.
Oh my God.
Cooper against Crawford. Here's Cooper. Lillard outside. Jordan with some nice D. Here's Los Angeles now. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And Paul gets it to go in.
Has his hands in every cookie jar. Paul with a little extra sugar.
They set the pick. Connaughton kicks to Lillard. Pass to Cooper. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot.
That's all.
Portland again missing.
Good D, Pierce.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Let's find out the news on Mason Plumlee. David, what's the update?
Hi, guys. Well, the head athletic trainer for Portland provided some information. He told me it's a sprained ankle. Of course, those can be tricky. At such an early point of the season, it's a tough time to lose him. It's disappointing for everyone. Guys?
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. Lillard. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Paul against Elliott. Paul with the bucket.
Good job executing in tight. Paul doesn't fear anybody when he's in attack mode.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
2 minutes in the game.
Lillard outside.
That's all.
And just miss after miss right now.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Let's go finish up 2-1. That's game.
And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Boy, somehow, some way, you gotta keep Jordan away from the basket, because if you allow him to get it there, he's flushing.
And the foul on Paul Pierce. That is his first foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Pollard. Plumlee comes in for Elliott. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And McCollum subbed in for Cooper. Now, here's Lillard over Paul. And he can't bank that one in.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance.
Oh, my God.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a
good block there, Paul.
Across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And has significant points in this game. They just stayed committed to their brand of basketball. And that's why they'll be taking the front end of this 3-game season series against Portland.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And
look at the stats
confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Chris Paul.
Well, I thought he was their catalyst tonight, guys. Moving the rock, actively looking to set other guys up. Outstanding work.
Here's Ezeli following the basket by Chris Paul. Ezeli dishes to McCollum over Crawford. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Nailed from 3-point land.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
That shot wide open.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Shots good from Paul.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Alton.
Oh, wait. Oh, got to the boards. Come on, LeBron. A former teammate.
He's about to get cooked.
1-1.
Oh,
32. What we do with it, Carl? That's all.
simple. He just wanted it more.
Pull off me. Let's go. 4-2. He got me. That's who's trying with that skill right there. The 3. That's off. Ow. That's off. Seven five. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The D LeBron. Not far. LeBron's not far. We can do what it costs. On 6.
Mismatch. There it is.
10-6. Let's go. How'd I go in? But 10-7. 12-7. Let's go.
Who's cooking right now? Find him.
LeBron's cooking.
Off target at the rim.
Let's go. 13-7. Looks like a quick game. There. 13-8.
He's got the high hand.
13-8. Let's go.
Time for the underdog to go off. Can they convert the second chance?
Nope.
Misses in close.
13-8. Let's go. 18-8. That's all.
Alright, I'm sold. I think his pass button is broken.
Let's go. Carl, he cannot guard LeBron 1-on-1, bro. Ron is blocking your shot, Fox. For game. For 1 point for game. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Cause man no. Cause man no.
That's how you grab the boards. Goes out. Sorry, did someone think this is a one-on-one contest or something?
Rough it up. Rough it up. Subscribe. Hey, K100. What the fudge? Subscribe. Subscribe. I'm gonna update these player attributes and contracts. After I finish playing this game, after I finish updating these player attributes and playing on the second game, I'm gonna play now. Oh, make it fair. Subscribe. Subscribe, subscribe. Subscribe, subscribe. Subscribe, subscribe. If you're watching, subscribe, subscribe. Subscribe, like, boys. Subscribe, subscribe. Sorry, that's not my back. We good, we good. Sorry, that's not my back. We good, we good. His car's off. His car off. His car's off. Score. Score. Scroll. Scroll. Let's go, let's go. Open break. Okay. Stop this second thing. I'm gonna take the Jazz. 1-0. The Jazz is 0-2. We're back playing at home. Let's get it. The Jazz has Dante Exum, Ellis Burt, Gordon Hayward, Derek Favors, and Rudy Gobert. Let's get it.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Clark still so early in the season, but already we're getting a sense of who the real power teams might be.
Yeah, that's true, but there's also those teams that are lurking in the shadows a bit. For some teams, it can take a while for the pieces to fall in place. I like to keep an eye on those teams that are sleepers, if you will. Exceptional focus from the point guard. Paul is no stranger to having to outwork the defense.
Exum finds Gobert. Now, here's Burks. Pass to Hayward. Gobert with a screen on Pierce. A shot by Hayward, wide open.
Pierce, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Hayward very reliable from deep now. You can't let him get his feet set and get comfortable from that distance.
For three, Pierce. Good. Another three.
4-3. He's almost third now on the list of all-time three-pointers.
It's an amazing milestone he's approaching. Exum passes to Burks. Now here's Gobert. In the corner, it's Hayward.
That's all.
The rebound by Pierce.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Crawford dishes the ball. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone.
3.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Here's Exum. The Clippers getting the bucket. Burks kicks to Hayward.
They would appear.
And the call.
The foul.
Sends him to the line. That's on Paul Pierce.
You know, Hayward's really an outstanding athlete, a sneaky good athlete. He's creative at using his physical abilities to draw fouls inside.
Hayward hits them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Pass to Jordan. Over Gobert. And Jordan gets it to
Not
go.
foul.
By Paul.
Red hot so far. 4 for 4. Cooking with gas. Couldn't draw it up any better.
3-on-3.
Here is Hayward. 5 points in the game. Here's Gobert. Back to Exum. Pass to Burks. Lock at 6. Gobert, the screen. Three off the mark. The Clippers have gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start.
Let's go.
For a player that's a bit undersized, he's still compactly built. Chris Paul driving the lane, knows how to angle his body, change his release point. Whatever he has to do, he'll do it in order to get his shot off.
Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. Andre Jordan, number 1.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
Hayward passes to Burks. Favors with the screen.
That's all.
Burks can't get it to go.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And the shot goes in.
Let's go.
Their third straight make off an assist.
And so it's Exum with it. They'll bring it up for the Jazz. 8-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
Here's Paul. And contact down the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Go team right here. Let's put them on.
Truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his team.
15-5. Who's checked in for Utah.
You know, you make your free throws, and I think it helps your rhythm, too.
For the threes.
Now, here's Exum, defended by Paul. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Pet reach from low.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Now, here's Exum. T right on him. And once again, off the mark by Utah. Clippers leading by 10. Here's Paul. And then Paul slams it in.
Paul.
Focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very impressive offense so far.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 7% as a team from the line.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And they were in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really felt their players understood the value of a good shot, and the unselfishness was kind of contagious.
And Greg, with the defense they played last season, no opponent looked forward to playing them. You pointed it out. Teams did not shoot a high percentage against them.
That's all.
And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the
quicker.
Hayward's got 7 points in the game. Now here's Paul. He's defended by Exum. Pierce for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And here's Gobert following the three-pointer by Paul Pierce. Hayward finds Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Hayward. Over Crawford.
No,
the left rim. Los Angeles leading by 14.
Checking out the stats for Gobert. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 9 points per game, 11 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And always nice to have a guy like him who can really defend at a high level coming off the bench.
You know, when you can sub in a lockdown defender, that's a major plus.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Boris Diaz checked in for Favors.
What are the defenders? But you got to think about Paul.
In for Gordon Hayward.
The person got that on me, bro.
In for Dante Exum.
On Paul.
Now here's Ingles. Nothing on the board. Gobert with a screen on Spates.
That's all.
And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
He was all alone on that one.
That's 20. 167. Let's go.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Pass to Ingles. Here's Gobert. And no good in the last second.
Let's go.
With a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Defensively, they... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively. Boy, they are getting out and running.
And so Jordan will bring it out for the Los Angeles Clippers. 19-point lead, which is the largest.
Let's go, 27. Let's go.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
To the right side. Miles sets a screen for Dion. Back to Burks. Launches it. It's good. The assist that time from Dion.
22.
Burks has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Paul with the three, and another three for the Clippers.
There's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Pass to Ingles. Joe Johnson on the way. And here is Diop. And down it goes. Dunk through a wonderful assist.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
That one good for two.
Paul's
got 7 points here in this quarter. You know, Greg, it feels like every year we're seeing new three-point records. Why is that?
We've had a rise in analytic-driven front offices, and the numbers have told them for years teams should take more threes, less mid-range jumpers, so teams are being built to fire threes.
Diao sets the pick for Burks.
Pass off the D.
Showing no mercy at the defensive end.
Jordan with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. To the paint, here's Spates. And the layup.
Let's go, 34-12, let's go.
Spates has got his second basket of the game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Diao with a screen on Paul. Burks for three.
That's off the D.
The scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
The shot's good.
Let's go, 32-12, let's go.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Pass to Ingles. Crawford with the steal. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. And Paul slams it in.
They're not 12, let's go.
Has his hands in every cookie jar. Paul with a little extra sugar.
Utah's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Now, here's Ingles. Diao finds Burks. Lyles sets a screen for Burks.
That's off.
Another miss by Utah.
Boy, just not
got the clamp, bro.
Efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter.
Let's go. We got Paul clamp. Paul got Paul clamp. Let's go.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Burks.
That's off.
And nothing is falling for him right now. For Los Angeles, they've gone a superb 7 of 7 from the field here in the second.
Go with it, Jordan.
And there it is for him.
For 3-12.
Jordan really relishes playing through contact and converting, showing you just how strong he is and a good level of concentration, too.
To the wing right side. Lyles a screen on Spates. And Diao kicks to Burks. Pierce against Johnson. 6 to shoot. Burks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Paul against Burks. Takes the 13-footer, and the another bucket right there.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Knocks it loose.
Got it.
And here we go. Jordan going to the hoop. And Paul slams it in.
14, let's go. Get a final, Jordan.
Assist for Jordan. Good to see that he can drop a dime occasionally.
For 3.
Joe Johnson on the wing. Back to Burks. Lyles sets a screen for Burks. Drains it from beyond the arc. Burks has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Paul for 3, and the 3 ball is good.
Let's play right back. Put it 17.
Got a pair of triples in the second now for the Clippers. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for Utah. On the wing, Johnson. Burks looking around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Diao for 3.
That's off.
It's rebounded by Paul.
and not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do
a playmaker too. Not just a scorer, he's a playmaker.
Delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Diaw. Ingles with the ball. The Jazz working the ball around now. Shots good by Lyles.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
A big time for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for the Clippers. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this.
One, these things out. One, it does out one.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
Well, I think for the Clippers, they started the season on a high note. Now they look to improve to 2-0.
Yeah, they look strong in that first matchup. Played with a lot of energy. We'll see if it carries over into this one.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Utah Jazz.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pick and roll game was just phenomenal.
And that's all for us.
Let's get the quarter. Let's go.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
And it's set back by Spates. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Here's Hayward, and there's the call on Gordon.
Go take the charge, Hunter. Let's go.
That's his first foul.
And really just a great... play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Here's Paul. And finished
Let's go. 3-4-19.
And right now, he is cooking. His guys would be smart to keep feeding the beast.
For three.
Now, here's Exum. He's covered closely. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 8 now on the night. It's stolen by Gobert. In transition, here come the Jazz. Tipped away. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Pierce for 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
6-19.
Paul's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
For 3.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Now, here's Exum, defended by Paul. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Jordan against Gobert. Hayward outside. Shot clock at 6.
That's all.
Yeah, how about the
Good D.
intensity, though, from Pierce? Not giving his man an inch on the defensive end.
Got Rudy Gobert on.
Call. He has 35. And,
Let's go. But not 19. Let's go.
Wow.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some
For three.
skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
And Gobert kicks to Exum.
That's all.
Another miss by Utah.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Pierce feeling it out a bit. Here's Crawford. Again,
Let's go.
Los Angeles.
This one 19. Let's go.
Fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Not quite 2.5 minutes
three.
played here in the second half. And here's Exum. No scoring in this one. Has to Gobert. Will it go?
That's all.
Jordan with the rebound.
15.
Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Let's go. 6-19. Let's go.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been
For three.
rolling. Impossible to stop.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Now, here's Exum. He's guarded closely.
That's all.
Hayward can hit.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces.
Let's go.
Nothing.
6-19. Let's go.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get
For
a good
three.
shot.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Burks on the wing, guarded by Crawford. Burks the pass to Exum. Nice ball movement by Utah. Nails the baby hook.
And in
3-4-2-1.
dropping that
Good
one,
E,
he stops a 13-0 run by Los Angeles.
LA has gone 6 or 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside.
Bro.
Rebounded by Exum.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
How did I miss
Pass
that?
to Burks.
For three.
Outside Favors. Hayward with the ball.
That's all.
He has 7.
Well,
Good
he
D.
had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Crawford outside. Now here's Paul. He's defended by
No, it's not.
Exum.
6-21. Let's go.
Spiking it off the bounce.
Here's Exum.
For three.
1:10 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Burks. Here is Hayward. From downtown.
Oh.
And that's collected by DeAndre
D.
Jordan. Jordan's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And out of bounds as the Jazz
What the
gain
fuck was that?
possession. Here's the list of players who had the
Why you
most
not
steals
doing
in the
traffic,
NBA
bro?
last season. Third is Chris Paul.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Johnson, he's checked in for Hayward. And it's Joe Ingles in for Dante Exum. Burks dishes to Favors. Johnson against Pierce. Clock at 6. Ingles kicks to Favors.
That's all.
And once again, off the mark by Utah. Jordan finds Crawford. Jordan with it. He's guarded by Johnson. A nice shot
Let's
by
go.
Jordan.
6-21.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Johnson outside to the inside. Here's Gobert. And
Let's go. Let's go. Get it up. Let's go.
Enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take it. And how about a look now at our assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge
Let's go.
boost to any offense,
Let's go.
too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can.
Oh!
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, man.
Let's go.
Oh, he's putting on
Locked
a
in right now.
show
21-21.
for these fans.
I can't
So three.
believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Pass to Diaw. And here is Johnson on the wing, Ingles. Johnson kicks to Diaw. He is looking for Lyles and finds him. For three, Westbrook hits it from three-point range. Westbrook's got his first 3 points of the game.
Really smooth stroke from out there. He's dialed in.
Paul with the three, buries the long-range jumper.
It's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Pass to Johnson. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Lyles inside. He's against Jordan. Lyles no good. Now Paul. And it's Crawford, top of the key. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Paul, one of the very best passers in the game, and he gives it to you right on time and on target.
Johnson with the bounce pass. Westbrook passes to Diaw. Now, here's Ingles. Lyles kicks to Ingles. Joe Johnson on the wing. His first shot coming late. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jordan's for Los Angeles. They've gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter.
And this offense is in a perfect and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Joe Johnson on the wing, defended by Pierce. Out to the right wing. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. Jordan's got 15 rebounds here tonight. And it's Paul penetrating.
50. I don't want to
You want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Outside Westbrook. Down low. Lyles passes to Ingles. Crawford with the steal. The shot by Spades. Nobody around.
Let's go. Let's do the shooter. Let's go. 34-24. Let's go.
Closer look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
He's off on the first. So going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Lyles. Favors comes in for Boris Diaw. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Joe Johnson. And Alec Burks subbed in for Joe Ingles. Paul outside.
Let's go. Let's shoot. Let's go.
Probably the best in franchise history.
Tying the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. Westbrook passes to Burks. Hayward outside. Utah moving it around. From deep. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Jordan with the bucket.
An evolving part of Jordan's game. The mid-range jumper. I like it, big fella.
The threes.
Jazz have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. It's tipped. Pierce with the steal. Ball against Hayward. Good.
Let's go. 54. 93-7.
In the history of the franchise, have we seen a game like this? He's put
The
on
threes.
a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. Hayward passes to Westbrook. Back to Hayward. 6 on the shot clock. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Paul Pierce.
Hayward, one of the best foul shooters in the league. You don't want to put him at the line.
The Jazz making a switch here. Exum's checked in, and so he makes both from the line.
99.
LA's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3.
92-29. Let's go.
Winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
Let's go. 94-29. Let's go.
But these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not...
And what a moment it is for him and for this fan base, setting the scoring record for a game. He deserves to soak it all in.
So many great players have donned this jersey, but he's on top of them all.
And this team really likes what they have in
Gobert,
a big man who defends and rebounds.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, and good that time.
92-30.
Paul's got 56 points in the game.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Here's Hayward. Count the bucket.
Here's Hayward in one right there.
As well.
This happens night in and night out with Hayward. He does a terrific job of converting through contact.
The free throw drops by Hayward. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. Paul looking around over Hayward. And he gets it to go from the high post.
98-33.
With the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of
So what gonna play now? What's up?
This one, Greg, two cross-conference rivals squaring up.
Can you smell the intensity in the air? You can tell these guys mean business. Both teams want to prove they're the better squad.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. The trifecta.
And we're so used to Doncic operating with the ball in his hands, but it's good to see him mix it up and work off the catch.
Now here's White. Brown outside. Clock at 6. Bounce pass, Holiday. From past the arc.
That's off.
Tatum, no good. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. And this group reaching a major milestone this season, notching their 50th win in their last game.
Hey, you love to ensure a winning season, and most NBA teams, even great ones, consider this a major accomplishment.
And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
Here's Brown after the basket by Los Angeles.
What the hell?
Daylight on that shot.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown, and it's just another weapon in his arsenal now.
Doncic passes to James. Fade away. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
Why fade away there? Just making the shot more difficult, if you have to ask me.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Now, of course, I asked Coach what his plan was about defending Jason Tatum, and he said, I told our guys just to play smart, to play up on him, but not get baited into fouls. And try to get a hand in his face. Now, that's a difficult challenge for any defense, so we'll see what happens tonight. Guys?
Thanks, David. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. 18 feet out. Again, Los Angeles.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
Boston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Over in the corner, Brown. Outside, White. The Celtics working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Tatum.
Good D, Rudy.
By Los Angeles. Here's Doncic. And he fell pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Holiday.
What determination from Doncic, pushing his shot through despite some stiff defense to draw the foul.
Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another injury.
Let's go. That's too far.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now here's Brown. Tatum, that's for 2. And it's Luka with the rebound. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 17-5 run here.
Let's go. 13-5. Let's go.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Celtics trail by 14. Brown feeling it out a bit, takes a three, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Which way? Let's go. They built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the three.
Now here's Tatum. Top of the key jumper, no good.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Hachimura finds James. Now here is Hachimura. And he uses the glass. Hachimura's got 5 now.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Here's Pritchard. Hasn't made one yet. Mr. Porzingis. Hayes with the steal.
Hayes.
Here's Hachimura. And then
Hachimura
with the jam.
I love how under control Hachimura is. Able to push his way through the contact and score. Nice work.
Now here's Brown. He has 5. Pritchard passes to Brown. Just 4 to shoot. Austin needs to get off a shot. The 3 from Tatum. Doesn't get the drop for him.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold?
28.
But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Tatum against Hachimura. Shot to stop the run.
The D.
James looking it over.
Let's go. 38.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Let's go.
Not just an impressive showing on offense,
Go ahead,
but on
here.
defense as well.
Let's go.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding a 22-point lead as the... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin. On the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Oh my
goodness! Let's go.
And it's all about getting to the right spot, and Hachimura did just that in transition.
Agreed.
Tatum with the screen on Doncic. Here's the teardrop. Rebound the Lakers. And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Let's go. Let's go.
Something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
Let's go.
With his athletic ability, LeBron drives with purpose. He wants to put the D in a difficult position whenever he gets the chance.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter.
That's all.
For Los Angeles, they've got a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. The shot
Let's go.
from
38.
Hayes.
Let's go.
Hayes has got 6.
And And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
For three.
The Celtics have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Doncic.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak. Yeah.
Let's go. 48. Let's go.
Push through it.
Excellent at dishing the rock. Luka with the nice feed.
For three.
And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scores in the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, he sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. D.A., we thank you for that. Pritchard passes to Craig. There's a screen. Here's Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by Los Angeles.
Tatum against Reeves. And it is.
Let's go, right back. 14. Let's go.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Richard, how do you think the game has changed since you retired?
Well, the jump shooting teams have had more success. I think the game has changed, and it allows for more Europeans. It allows for it to be more of a global game. The less physical, the more inclusive.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Porzingis is checked in for Horford. And it's Holiday in for Torrey Craig. And the shot is good.
4-16.
Hayes has got 4 this quarter. Boston's got 0-2 from deep here in the second. Tatum passes to Pritchard. On the wing, Holiday. He's defended by Reed. Los Angeles has gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight.
Let's go. 1-18.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
For three.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Poked away.
The steal.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's LeBron. Oh, my goodness.
Let's go. 50-10.
When LeBron is being aggressive on offense, you got to make a change. You can't let him just have his way.
For three.
Outside Tatum.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Doncic. Zingas high post.
The steal.
And here they come. Here's Hayes, and Hayes
Let's
throws
go.
it down.
50-10.
Using leverage and positioning to his advantage. Hachimura is able to knock the ball away from the opponent.
For three.
They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Here's Holiday. It's deflected.
Help.
James outside. Driving the lane.
Let's go. 3-14.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
Holiday goes in.
Reeves
with the rebound.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
Let's go. 15.
Okay, I see you. Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
For three.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
A floater, and Holiday with the lay-in. Good.
Nifty make there from Holiday. There's such a nice pace to his game. The floater fits him well.
Reeves into the lane. Count that
Let's go.
bucket.
2-12.
Reeves has got 11.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Holiday, the pass to Hauser. And here's Tatum for three.
Good
Throws it from outside. Tatum's got his third bucket of the night.
What's special about him is he is a natural leader and an active scorer. When Tatum is firing,
let's go. 6-1-15. 3-point pick.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
The drive by James. Good.
Let's go. 6-3-15.
James has got 12 now in this quarter. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
He's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. Rui Hachimura out there with Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. Let's go. In the game for the Lakers.
And the confidence Hachimura has in himself, knows he can score from this area when given the chance.
Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
Let's go. 6-15. Let's go.
The selfless attitude of James. When someone on his team has a clean look, he feeds him.
Here's Tatum. 8 points for him.
For three.
Outside, Porzingis. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. He gets that one. Porzingis has got his first 2 points of the night.
A sensational shooter. Porzingis really is a unicorn.
Here's Hayes. The shot's good on the assist by
Doncic. 13. Let's go.
Doncic has got 10 assists here tonight. So active.
For three.
Outside Holiday. Back to Brown. And the rejection by James.
The James.
Brown with the block. Look, the shooters are working hard, but he is all over them.
Clock is at 3. Here's Brown.
That's all.
The Lakers with the rebound. Hayes has got 8 rebounds in this game. Over Holiday. Again, the
Let's go. 31-13.
James is so good at disguising his pull-up jumper.
For three.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Brown with the screen on Reeves. Outside, Porzingis. Brown against James. Fires from the wing.
James.
Here's Hachimura.
Let's go. 3-13. Let's go.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to
For
perfection.
three.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
The 3 from Tatum.
That's all.
Boston again missing.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's
a
not
2.
gonna get it.
13.
That one good.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have
three.
got it firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
James.
Let's go. 13. Let's go.
Brown and slams it down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
For three.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Good work. 19.
Big man. Kristoff has insane handles for someone who is 7'3". Normally it's hard for players that tall to keep the ball on the bounce.
The shot's good from Hayes.
19.
Hayes has got 15.
And man, is he in a zone right now.
For three.
Seems like he can't miss.
And here's Tatum for three.
Nope.
Reeves with the rebound. Reeves has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Hachimura. And another
Let's go.
basket for
18-19.
And a solid shooter from mid-range. Hachimura with textbook
For
fundamentals.
three.
Brown outside.
That's all.
A three-pointer off the mark. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 19-4 run. RJ, we've seen multiple All-Star games for Jaylen Brown. Can he become a superstar?
Well, to me, if you've got a Finals MVP in your back pocket on your resume, you are now a superstar, and Jaylen Brown is that.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, "Play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time.
The three.
Start on other teams, and we have a hunger." Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Porzingis with a screen on Doncic. Back to Porzingis.
That's
it's
all.
Rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Reeves the pass to LeBron. Out to Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to James.
19.
LeBron's got 4 assists in the game.
And it's so hard to take away the three from Doncic. He needs very little space, and if you press up on him, he'll go right around you.
Lets it go from deep. The shot by Holiday, no good. LA has gone off with a three-point.
Let's go. 91-19. Let's go.
Stunning the crowd and the defense with that one. What a show from Doncic.
For 3 on 3.
Outside Holiday. White looking around.
That's all.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game.
Let's go. 9-4-22.
Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. It's Brown on the wing. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown.
That's all.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. LeBron drives in.
Let's go. 9-6-1-2.
The story of this second half. One team getting the shots. Not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Lakers ahead, delivering the blowout. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And with the 4th quarter upon us.
Let's go 4 quarter. Get it
Time
over.
is running out for this game to become competitive. look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. We've got Tatum. Horford is out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Hauser in at the 3.
It doesn't take much for Doncic to get hot. And once that happens, boy, he is almost unguardable.
The 3 from Tatum. Drains it from beyond the arc.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
From deep, Reeves. Good.
Let's go.
The assist goes to
21-25. Let's go.
Doncic has got his assist totals going up 11 now for him. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Doncic. It's holding by Los Angeles. Here's Hachimura.
Let's go. 23-25. Let's go.
With the jam.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Pass to Hauser. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Hayes.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
James finds Hayes. Again, Los
Let's go.
Angeles.
25-25. Let's go.
Passing instincts of James are just unreal. He has that great sense for when and where to send the ball.
Here's Tatum. To halt the run.
That's off. To D.
For Los Angeles, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the fight.
Oh! Let's go. 25-25. Let's go.
Okay, that's just insane. For such a
big
dude, all he needs is just a little bit of daylight, and LeBron is going to be hanging on that rim. And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from
Let's go. 29-25. Let's go.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
For 3.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
The 3 from Tatum.
Off.
Tatum with another miss.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you...
Let's go. 25-25. Let's go.
Man.
And right there, you see the decision-making ability of Hachimura. Sets his man up perfectly.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Horford with it, working on Hayes. Hauser the pass to Pritchard. Just 5 on the clock. Doncic with the block.
The anticipation is there for Luka on defense.
Los Angeles ball. Checking in for the Celtics, Luke Cornett. Drew Holiday.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. The drive by
Let's go. 23-25.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Pass to Cornett. Here's Tatum. Back to Horford. Tatum finds Horford. 5 on the clock. Outside Holiday. To end the cold streak.
That's off.
It's holding by Los Angeles. Doncic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Reed.
Let's go. 25-25.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Doncic. It's tipped and stolen by LeBron. Nice passing here by Los Angeles.
Let's go. 25-25. Let's go.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stump.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And here's Holiday. There's the pick. Pass to Pritchard. Jacks up a 3. Nice D from Doncic. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch
Let's go. 29-25.
contribute. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Rui Hachimura.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Count it.
To put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Here's Pritchard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. There's 39 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Goes up on the wing.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Here's LeBron and the dunk by
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
Now here's Tatum. Can they get it? Doncic with the block. They recover it. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Checking in for the Celtics, Chris.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Luka, you played well and you got the win. So what made the difference?
Yeah, I think we had a great game. I think it was a great game today. We step up together, play good defense, and it was a great win.
Thanks for your time, man. Appreciate it. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and
Griff will work on his shot. How was the third conference ranking? In such part, it was like 2-0. I got 50 songs, so it's 1-2. The songs is, and we were 2-0. The song has Eric Bledsoe, Devin Booker, T.J. Warren, Daredevil, Alex Lynn. Let's get it.
Greetings, everyone. Hope you're all enjoying this. Happy Halloween. Oh, Greg, you know, there's some extra energy in the building on this Halloween night. I love this night. Did you get your trick-or-treating done early?
No time for that, partner. I had to prep for the game. Looking at some of the costumes in the stands, though, it's going to be a fun night. These folks are...
Mercy, mercy me.
For three.
He's got a real knack for absorbing contact, finding that defender's body, and still not letting that affect him or distract him from getting his shot up and finishing.
Pass to Booker. Here's Warren. 5 to shoot. It's Bledsoe on the wing. Off target from three-point range. Here's Spates. Now Paul. Over Bledsoe. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got his second bucket of the night.
He doesn't get flustered inside despite giving up a lot of size. He doesn't let the defense dictate the shot he takes.
Pass to Booker. The three.
That's off.
Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Spates finds Paul. Pierce for three. Connects again.
Let's go. 7-3.
He's almost third now on the list of all-time three-pointers.
It's an amazing milestone.
For
He's
three.
approaching. Puts the move on. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Really hard to corral Bledsoe when he's playing with that unbridled energy. He's understated, but always aggressive.
Bledsoe against Paul. And again,
Let's
it's
go.
the Clippers from deep.
Really hard so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter.
Booker to three.
Bledsoe against Paul. Booker outside. Len up top. Pass to Bledsoe. And Jordan sends it back.
Get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Paul kicks to Pierce. And here's Crawford. Fires the three. Good on the triple.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, Chris Paul.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor.
Foul. Nothing easy.
Fun to watch.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
Well, they haven't waited. Wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around.
Let's go.
They've done a nice
56.
job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Bledsoe outside. Paul
That's
with
all.
the
Good
defensive
deep.
effort.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
And there's the drive. And
Let's go.
finished off
36.
by Paul.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the
Three.
game. They came out with guns blazing.
Outside Warren. Pass to Booker. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. And again, it's the Suns missing.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has
Bledsoe.
not been helping at all. Paul is truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
You always have to take advantage of trips to the line.
Chandler's checked in for Jared Dudley.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Oh, that's not going to still.
2 minutes remaining.
Chandler against Jordan. Chandler kicks to Warren. 6 to shoot. Here's Bledsoe. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And, you know, you've got to honor Bledsoe's mid-range J. I mean, he's consistent at knocking it down from there.
Bledsoe against Paul. And he comes
Let's
up
go.
with the
3-1-6, 2-8.
Paul's got 13.
And he's starting to show that killer
Three.
instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Bledsoe looking it over. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Len dishes to Bledsoe. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Because of his strength and his athleticism, he kind of burrows his way inside and gets contact because he's looking for it. No fear from Bledsoe there.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Phoenix. Jones comes in for Warren. All up top, guarded by... Oh!
Let's go. 13. Perfect. Let's go.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
Going on that.
No one around.
Good
on the 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Ball finds Crawford.
That's a 2.
That one falls.
That's 14.
Crawford's got his second bucket of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Bledsoe against Paul. For 3, Booker nailed
And
from
on that.
three-point land.
See the score.
Booker's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Suns.
That's
And it's
13.
Paul with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. A 12-point game. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the
Let's
season.
go.
And 2
Right, 13.
teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year, but they played each other to a draw.
Bledsoe against Paul. The rejection
Redeem.
by Paul.
It's not the focus of his defensive game, but that time, Paul with the denial.
Beyond the arc. It's good from long
Let's go.
range.
13.
Paul's got 21 in the game.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy.
Going in
Great
first
strategy.
quarter.
Bury
What's
those
the
threes
quarter?
up
Four
and
of the song.
open up the inside for him later on.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Clippers lead by 18. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Chandler with the screen on Paul. Here's McMillan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Barbosa. Over Crawford. Barbosa's shot is off.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue.
Let's go. 13. Let's go.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
It's Leandro Barbosa on the way, guarded by Crawford. Chandler with a screen for Barbosa.
Let's go.
Rebound by the Clippers.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot.
Oh,
let's go. 13. Let's go.
Are you kidding me?
A 3.
McMillan against Paul. Here's McMillan. Here's Chandler. A good finish.
Jordan, why don't you go for the steal?
Chandler's got his first basket. So GA, the Cavaliers and Warriors have faced off in the last 2 NBA Finals. And many expect them to meet there once again.
Let's go.
Yeah, both teams are stacked with talent. And now that they've each won a championship, we could see a rubber match. But who knows? There are teams in each conference that still could challenge.
And Phoenix making a change here. Scott's checked in. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Andre Jordan is second.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Scott against Paul. Jones with the screen on Crawford. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Paul. And Paul
let's go. 14-15. Let's go.
And Paul cooking with gas right now, getting to his spots and getting busy.
For Phoenix, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Back to Scott. And Jones has it in the corner. Paul against Scott. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Let's go.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Scott. Sinks that one from the post. Scott's got his first basket of the night.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Here's Paul. And then Paul.
Let's go. 25-13. Let's go.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Chandler with the screen on Paul. Scott with the ball. And Crawford picks him up defensively.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And it's Jordan.
Let's go.
That time on the assist. Jordan's got 5 points so far.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside, Jones. Back to Scott. And it's
Jordan.
Hey, you could feel that throwback here.
And the slam dunk.
Let's go.
Nice pass by Pierce. He has a complete game.
And here are the Suns now. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Back to Scott. On the wing, Jones. Here's covering. Here's Scott.
Back off.
And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
No doubt he's struggling right now.
Let's go. Let's go.
See if he can get it going this quarter. Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Chandler with a screen for Barbosa. Pass to Chandler. Will it go?
Nope.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And Jordan slams it in.
DeAndre Jordan really put something extra on that one, folks. That was a jam.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Scott against Paul. Scott the pass to Chandler. Suns moving the ball around. Plenty of space. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Oh, a tough quarter for him. Hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
He is on a roll right now.
They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin. On this trip, they can't continue to come up empty.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now here is Barbosa. Still scoreless. Dudley with a screen on Crawford. Barbosa passes to Dudley. Shoots. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing.
Let's go. Let's go.
Going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
A big time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for the LA Clippers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Right back after this break.
Welcome to halftime. First up, let's check out what games are tipping off tonight. The Nets out in Brooklyn will go up against the Bulls. 7:30 Eastern for the tip-off in that one.
That sounds like a blowout.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Los Angeles Clippers.
The way they have owned the paint, not only will they win the game, they might not even sweat in the fourth quarter.
Good news is we have great AC here in the studio, so we never have to sweat.
Ah, it's so cool in here.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it.
Let's go.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Now Bledsoe.
No three.
Pass to Warren. Now Booker. Spates with the block. Pops it up for Jordan. And
let's go. Good night, 13. Let's go.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist, a big target with strength and bounce.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for Phoenix. Now Warren. Here's Booker. Knocked loose and stolen by Jordan. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got
let's go.
And the slam dunk by Spates.
Paul, one of the very best passers in the game, and he gives it to you right on time and on target.
Paul against Bledsoe. Outside Warren. Pass to Booker. Shot clock at 5. The Suns need to get a shot off.
That's all.
And the shot by Warren, no good. LA's gone off with a three-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7. The shot's
Let's
good
go.
from Paul.
13. Let's go.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
So we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. It's Bledsoe on the wing, defended by Paul. No good for Bledsoe.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0-3.
He muscles it in through the contact. And they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
No good for Bledsoe.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Stolen by Warren.
Oh, my God.
Bledsoe outside. Over Paul.
That's all.
No good.
Good D.
And they can't put an end to this drought.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
Knocked away.
Oh, my God.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. That doesn't go either for Bledsoe.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has...
Let's go. Finally.
Come on now.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Outside Warren. Warren sets the pick for Booker.
That's all.
Good on the three-point shot. Booker's got his third basket of the night.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by the Clippers.
Paul with the 3. Buries it in three-point range.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Bledsoe against Paul. Pass to Booker. Spates against Dudley. Just 5 to shoot. Booker the pass to Bledsoe.
That's all.
Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And he's been way off the mark.
Let's go. 10-3-20. Let's go.
Never surprising to see Chris Paul start the break now. But as we see right there, he's
That's
just as good at finishing.
The shot by Bledsoe, nobody around. And the 3 ball is good. Bledsoe's got 9 points.
Taking that opportunity to shoot it from range. Looking for the biggest bucket he can knock down.
Paul with the
Let's go. Let's play right back. 10-3.
Guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
3.
Bledsoe outside.
Defense.
Len with a screen on Pierce. Outside Warren. Crawford with the steal. Here's Pierce. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
And the outside shooting presence helped Pierce open up a lane there.
3.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Pass to Len. Here's Bledsoe, defended by Paul. No good from Bledsoe.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
And Paul
Let's go. 8-3. Let's go.
Boy, a tough, gritty, smart point guard. Paul isn't at all intimidated by a little contact.
3.
And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Pass to Warren. Booker with it. Just 5 on the clock. to end the run. Denied! Pierce
Good D, Pierce.
Excellent anticipation that time by Pierce. Was right on top of that shot.
Ball against Booker. And another one.
Booker ankle. 50.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Here's Booker. And at the end of the third quarter, Clippers ahead, opening up a huge gap. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. To the left side wing. Pass to Morgan. Jones with the screen on Paul. Morgan. And he makes good on the layup.
Making his presence felt on the interior.
And here is Paul. With the drive, yet
Let's go.
another bucket.
52, 86, 95. Let's go.
Game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot. Jones sets the pick for Barbosa. Not gonna go that time. Nice D from Crawford. Jordan the pass to Paul. Finished off by Paul.
54, 88, 25. Let's go.
Assist for Jordan. Good to see that he can drop a dime occasionally.
And Phoenix has possession. It's Jones on the wing.
Good D, Pierce.
Rebound by Pierce. For Los Angeles, they've gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
Let's go.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Leandro Barbosa on the wing. Jones with the screen on Crawford. For three, Barbosa. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single.
Let's go. No, it takes 25. Let's go.
Yeah. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Morgan, defended by Paul.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through boxing.
Let's go. 58, no 25. Let's go.
Arguably the best in franchise history.
Tying the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. Barbosa kicks it to Tucker. Out to the right wing. Chandler with the screen on Paul. Here's Morgan. And that time, also a missed shot. The Clippers have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect again.
60.
What an avalanche.
Nice, let's go.
He's inching closer to the mark of fourth most 60-point games ever.
It is so rare to see a player who can dominate a matchup as often as he has in his career.
Morgan, I got you. Plank, bro.
Here's Morgan.
Good D, Paul.
Defensive effort.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Crawford dishes the ball. Here's Jordan. Good, and Paul.
Let's go. Not 8-25. Let's go.
And that's 11 points for Jordan.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Crawford against Barbosa. They get a hand on it. Tries the spin move. Jones sets the pick for Barbosa. Trains the 19.
Not 27.
Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 16-4 run right now. And good.
Let's go.
He hits it again.
127,
62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Pass to Barbosa. Here's Morgan, defended by Paul. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Oh, he just erases the shot there with a well-timed block.
Paul with the ball. Now Chandler defending.
And as we head to the final buzzer, crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Clippers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Chris Paul.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
The rejection by Paul. Pass to Pierce. That one drops.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Morgan, defended by Paul. To stop the run, he lays it in.
It worked.
That's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Fires from deep. And good! There's another. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for